Well, hello class, and welcome to our very first video, Sunday School. Couple things off the top. Sorry about the messy office. It's one of the things I plan to do while we're all locked in our homes here. That, and we're going to see how far I can get with the beard. We have a pool going at the house. How many days it'll last before I shave it off. I thought I might maybe look more professorally. Professorally, is that a word? More like a professor? Anyway. So that's what we're doing here. I hope you and your families are all doing well and feeling well and staying healthy and staying patient throughout this temporary crisis that we're all going through. But anyway, we're going to pick up today with the Sunday of St. John of the Ladder. Now, if there's one thing you know that I want you all to learn, if there's one thing you do learn in my class, well, I've done a lousy job teaching you. But one of the things I want you to learn are the Sundays of Lent. My students know this from year after year after year. Adults, you're new to this, but it's something that I think it's very important that we all learn. So let's start with the Sundays of Lent. The first Sunday of Lent is the Sunday of Orthodoxy, followed by the Sunday of St. Gregory Palamas, the Sunday of the Holy Cross, Sunday of St. John Climacus, St. Mary of Egypt, and finally Palm Sunday. So look what we have here. 3 Sundays devoted to events and 3 Sundays devoted to saints. So congratulations, since last Sunday was the Sunday of the Cross, we're halfway there. The Sunday of the Cross is planted right in the middle, as we talked about in our last email, to give us encouragement to get through the rest of Lent. So after this Sunday, only 2 more weeks of Lent. Good news. Well, then again, there's Holy Week after that. But anyway, we're getting close, so hang in there, we're almost there. That brings us to this Sunday, the Sunday of St. John Climacus. Climacus. St. John of the Ladder. Why St. John of the Ladder? Because St. John wrote a book called The Ladder of Divine Ascent, which likened our journey to eternal life to a ladder, each rung on that ladder being what takes us to heaven. So take a look at this icon depicting the ladder. There is a lot to decipher here, but let's keep it simple. In the middle, of course, you see the ladder with 30 rungs, each rung representing a virtue that, if practiced on earth, will lead us to eternal life with God. So what are these virtues? Things like honesty, patience, and love. Notice the ladder divides the icon into 2 triangles, one representing heaven and the other representing earth. Now, you know we love triangles in the Orthodox Church. Reminds us of the Trinity. Now, what else do we see? We see men climbing the ladder using virtues like faith, hope, and generosity. But is their climb easy? Look at what's in their way. Demons. Demons are pulling them down with ropes and shooting them off the ladder with arrows. Look at this guy, sneaking up from behind. It looks like the higher on the ladder you get, the easier it is to knock you off. Look how casual this demon is near the top. It's like a walk in the park for this guy. Do we see these demons every day? Well, not in this form, but they do surround us at all times. They are our inner demons. They're the opposite of virtues. They are vices. If faith, hope, and generosity are pulling them up the ladder, then the opposites are knocking them off the ladder and knocking us off the ladder. Things like doubt, despair, and greed. Overpowering the attack of the demons is the encouragement from above by the angels, and on earth by fellow humans who are praying toward heaven to give them strength. It is a sign that we are all in this climb, in this battle together. Finally, look who awaits us at the top of the ladder. If we live a virtuous life, Christ will be there, welcoming us with open arms. Okay, families, since you're stuck in the house together, here's a fun game you can play, an activity, if you will. Normally we would do this with wood and build our own ladder with wooden nails and glue. If you have wood nails and glue in the house, by all means, build your ladder. But if not, you can do this easily with sheets of paper. So grab 13 sheets of paper, 8.5 by 11 is fine. And here's what we're going to do. On one side of each sheet, write down a virtue. On the other side, write the corresponding vice. Start with this list, and you can add as many as you like. Now, St. John used 30 steps on his ladder. You can add up to 30. You can add even more if you like to. It's an expanding game. All right, on that first piece of paper, write down on one side, faith, and on the opposite side, doubt. Next, hope, and on the opposite side, despair. Knowledge and ignorance. Wisdom and foolishness. Honesty and deceit. Obedience and rebellion. Patience and intolerance. Courage and cowardice. Faithfulness and idleness. Moderation and gluttony. Generosity and greed. Gratitude and rudeness or thanklessness. Thanklessness, is that a word? It is for us. And the last one, of course, is love. And the opposite of love is not hate, as we always teach in class, but apathy. If love is caring more about other people than you care about yourself, then the opposite would be not caring at all about other people, and that is apathy. Now, let the debate begin among your family. This is my favorite thing throughout the class, is to see how it goes here. What you are determining is which of these virtues should go on the bottom rung, and which should go on the top rung, and then on each one in between, what fills in that ladder. Okay? So most importantly, what should all these things be, the foundation be based on that lower rung, and then what is the result on the upper rung? And when you get finished, please share the results with me, because I want to be able to compare family to family and see how the debates went for everybody. So that's it for this week. We'll be back next week with a lesson about St. Mary of Egypt and a fun activity to go along with that. Until then, stay well, stay patient, stay strong, and class dismissed.